hear that the session was fairly up and about today. Is that because you know that the finish line, start line's very close?
Yeah, I definitely do think there's a bit of a different feeling when you come into, I guess, round 1 week in a way. The vibes were definitely high and the girls were up and about, and I think it's just the excitement of knowing we've put in, 12, 13 weeks of really hard work, and now you're at that pointy end where you get to show off what you've been working on. So everyone is really excited.
Some great momentum built in the pre-season with the St Kilda and Gold Coast performances. How do you bottle that to make sure that that's there at 3:35 on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right off the back of it. Like, I think if we look at last year, we probably didn't have as strong practice matches as we would have liked to have hoped. So this year, playing 2 really strong games, 4 consistent quarters across them, I think we right off the back of the excitement around that and know that we can, I guess, go out there and play the way that we want to play. We've been working really hard for the last few months, and now it's time for us to show it out on the big stage. So it's just exciting.
North Melbourne's been the benchmark, obviously reigning premier, but also thereabouts for their entire time in the competition. Is it one little step you have to get over to actually beat them? I know the draw last year, but it's just one little hurdle that you'd love to clear to keep moving forward.
Yeah, 100%. I think maybe our last 5 games or so were probably within 1 or 2 goals. So we've always, I guess, been really been able to challenge them because they have been the benchmark of the competition for a number of years, and then last year won the premiership. So we know that they'll be a really strong team once again. And for us, last year, obviously we drew, so we got some points, but we'd love to come away with a win and really prove it to ourselves and probably the rest of the competition, assert ourselves on this year.
You had a bit of a stress fracture or something in your foot. How did that just kind of impact your pre-season? Obviously, you were able to get back to the Gold Coast game. But did it take away a little bit from the track, or?
Yeah, I was off the track for a little while there, but I guess timing's sort of everything, and it's worked out really well that I've come back at the right time. So less than ideal not to have a full pre-season under my belt, but really confident in the work that I did in the off-season, and now coming back and getting a good few weeks under my belt, the pracky match. So feeling really strong for the season.
How do you feel about your own game? Good in the contest, and just being back out there with Prez and Nina in the midfield, how did that kind of just feel on?
Yeah, I mean, it was just so exciting to be back out there with our midfield mix and our first game with Pipes as well. So I guess we work so hard for 9 months of the year to get to play footy for 3 months. So anytime you can get out there, you just go out there and have a lot of fun. And when you're playing with the likes of Neens and Prez and Croc, it's hard not to enjoy it and just go out there and attack the contest and have a bit of fun while we're at it.
That has been, I guess, the message from a few of them is that the team as a whole just needs to be better at the contest. I feel like you do that really well. Have you tried to, I guess, maybe set the standard or lead in that way, that is the way that the midfield is going to get better and get first use of the ball?
Yeah, I think this year what I really noticed when I did come back from the injury was just the training standards and the contest at training had gone up a notch, and I think that was really clear this pre-season. And I think the first CB of the Saints Pracky match, you could notice it, and we all had seen that because we'd done it at training, but it was really evident. So I think everyone as a group has tried to really put an emphasis on the contest, and I just think the other thing's consistency. We know we can play good footy. We played it in patches last year, but if we don't do it consistently, it meant we missed out on finals. So probably attack the contest and do it consistently.
Just on Amy McDonald, what can CAF fans, what should we be enthused about going into Saturday afternoon about it?
I mean, she gave us a little taste of what she can do in those 2, or just the Gold Coast, maybe both, can't remember now. But she was incredible. I think she's got the height, she's got the agility, and she hasn't played a whole heap of footy. She's obviously a basketball background, so I think the growth that we're going to see over her over the first few weeks is going to be enormous. And she's agile, she can run and jump, but then she also has really good follow-up. So I think what you can see is she'll be really hungry. She's worked really hard and fought really hard for an opportunity. So I think if she's out there on Saturday, she'll grab it with both hands, and she'll be an exciting one to watch for the year.
Kate Darby enjoyed being the opportunity to probably go back to a more natural habitat inside 450.
Yeah, definitely. I think who knows, she'll probably get thrown around still everywhere. She's such a versatile player, but it's been really nice this pre-season to see Darbs have a little bit more forward time, which is where she'd obviously previously spent a lot of time before coming up and doing a bit of ruck work. But yeah, I think wherever Darbs is, you're going to get a really strong aerial contest from her. She'll be bringing it to ground, whether it's for us mids or the forwards or wherever she is.
We talk about the 3 of you and Nina present yourself in the midfield, but how important, I guess, has the players like Bella and Caitlin coming into their second year and having that midfield depth and for them to kind of maybe take that next step in their game as well?
Yeah, 100%. I think midfield depth is something that we've tried to work on for the last couple of years, and it's so important to our team. I think if you look at the best teams in the comp, like you look at North, they're the premiers, their depth, it runs so far, and that's something that we've really tried to emphasise. And the likes of Croc, Bell, Thorny, they've all worked their asses off this pre-season, and they've come in and they've lifted that intensity, that combat that we've had in the midfield. So it's been wonderful to see, and I know that they'll all get their opportunity this year as well, and you know, you can expect them being really fierce at the contest when they do.
Just your stepping up into the vice captaincy as well, is that how have you just approached that role, and sort of changed anything about how you've gone about it, or not so?
I wouldn't say I've really changed much. I guess it was a progression in my own development, and something that I probably don't consciously work on. It's just probably increasing the voice more on field is where I notice a gap within myself, and that's something I'm trying to grow. But it was a real honour to know that the group, I guess, sees me in that light, and yeah, I'm really happy to have that official title, but nothing really changes for me. And whether it's Meg, Neens or myself or any of the other girls, the leadership really runs deep in our team, and you don't need a title, I guess, to be a leader at the Cats.
Unless Megan plays on forever. Do you have a desire to be captain of the club one day?
It's not something that I'm like chasing or reaching for. If it's something that happens, it's obviously an incredible honour. But for me, it's whoever is the best person to lead the group, and that's obviously voted by all of the girls in our staff. So it's not something that I'm really looking to or trying to strive for. If I'm seen in that light, that's obviously incredible, but it wouldn't be something that I'm actively trying to work for.
I think Geelong's the highest AFLW member club has been in recent years. The men are in Sydney, so you've got this stage to yourself. You'd love to see a big crowd here on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, 100%. I think we'd love 10,000. I don't know if that's obviously pushing the limits a little higher, but we'd love to get everyone down here. The boys are obviously finished their home games for the year now, and we'd love if the support that they've had these last few weeks at home we could get as well. So absolutely encourage anyone to come down and get behind us, and hopefully it's a really strong game and a good atmosphere here.